All for the same old tricks like the New York Knicks who want ball on the Heat.
What's going on, AWG family? So in this video, the audio was kind of messed up. So we're really sorry about that. So you really can't hear the video. You can hear us well though, and like I said, you can kind of hear it. So we did put the subtitles on. So we hope you guys still enjoy the video. Honestly, there's a word that's used. I'm not going to say it, but I'm not entirely sure if it's a bad word, whatever. So let me know in the comments below if it is or if it isn't, and if it is, then I will go ahead and re-edit the video and bleep it out as much as possible, or I'll take down the video, one of the two. But from what I heard, I don't think it's a bad word. I think that it's a word to use to describe something or somebody that does something. But other than that, I don't really know for sure. If you guys know, I've never really heard the word, as you can see in the video. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy it still, regardless with the audio issue. So next time we'll make sure that it doesn't happen. So make sure to stay aligned, stay blessed up, and enjoy the video.
Yo, welcome back, AWG family. Welcome back to another. Welcome back.
We just got back from the gym. It's like, you know how it is. But anyway, welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be reacting to
Larry Wills. So if you know Larry Wills, he is a bodybuilder, and he is a predominant bodybuilder in the bodybuilder space. A lot of people used to look up to him. Well, a lot of people probably still look up to him. Recently, he has gone into some controversy of, so from what I understand, there were some messages that were leaked of him and his wife, and they were just on some very weird stuff. So we're gonna react to this. Let's see what's going on. You gotta do that. You gotta do that while we eat. Okay. What you doing if Andrea made that joke? In all seriousness, like, imagine there was a picture of you and Andrea, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're holding the phone just like Larry,
mm-hmm.
and a random dude you don't know is cropped holding her, and he's like, you're like, who did this? And she's like, I did it. That's basically what
I'd be like, you better be joking.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yeah. I'd probably have the same reaction. I'd probably be like, you joking, right?
Look at this.
I probably would have.
I guess, bro. That's not funny.
Wait. Did she actually do it?
Not sure. Not sure at all. She. Well, okay. Hear me out, AWG family. Right? I need y'all help, okay? Because I am torn between. I'm the content creator here, not like the content creator, but I'm the content maker here. I come up with the reactions most of the time. He comes up with some, but I come up with the reactions. I come up with the YouTube videos, and I'm torn because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've went through my entire life like pushing myself back because I'm like, oh, you have to do this to be a YouTuber. You have to have that to be a YouTuber. Blah 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 blah. Now that I'm finally getting it out there, and I've given my life to God, it's like, okay, I still have content that I wanted to make that I never made. And one of those is also just reacting to things that happen in the retrosphere of YouTube and all of this world stuff. So, hear me out. Do y'all want us to react to stuff that's within the world as well? Or do y'all want us to react to worldly Christian things? And if you don't know what I mean by that, is things that are involved in Christianity, or people that are Christians that are involved in videos that are just straight Christianity prompt. Please let me know, because what is this dude doing?
Let me know. Let us know in the comments.
Please.
This is crazy.
Like that old video that we were watching with the, you know what? I'm not going. If you saw that last part in the last video, you know why I'm saying this. But let's continue, and let's just ignore that he's sniffing her seat right now. That's his wife. Okay, it's not technically weird, I guess.
It's weird. On camera? That's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. He was trying to clip farm. Myron Gaines message. And Larry Wills questions his supermodel wife after revealing Myron Gaines' message. Sorry for the people that are. They probably just turned the video off by now. They ain't got no captions. They ain't read nothing. Come back. Okay, so I'm not sure if they're gonna give context within this video, but this guy react to a video of another guy exposing Larry, and basically it was messages of him and his wife, and situations and messages and circumstances that shows that he is involved in. I don't know if this word is a bad word or not, but like cucketry. He's a cuck. You know what that is?
Honestly, like, okay, I don't know what that is.
So, I don't know if it's a bad word, bro. Like, I'm not even saying it as in like, because I actually never say stuff all the time, but I'm saying it as in like, I don't know if it's a bad word on YouTube, but the cuck word, you're just gonna have to bleep it out if it is a person that likes to see their woman get tossed and turned by another man. Right. And he had like very, very sexual messages of some very weird messages. Basically explicit messages saying he liked, the most weird one was he liked to eat her after they got done tossing and turning with no shower. Yeah, I waited till you got done eating.
I'm glad. Thank you.
So stuff like that he's involved in, and he, I guess, went out and tried to like fight it, and then they made another video he basically caught the dude a liar, and then he made another video doubling down on what he said and showing even more proof. So that's, I guess, where they're coming, like that's the point where they're coming off of. It's like, all right, he's already been exposed, people are now saying things about him, and we are here now.
I see. Wait, does she have...
That's messages from him, and
From him to who?
that girl.
His wife?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
His wife has an OnlyFans. Did I forget to mention that?
You did.
Oh yeah.
All right. First of all, let me get this straight. Okay, for all of my men out there, especially if you like are part of the AWG community or anybody who just comes across this video, if your wife is on OnlyFans, you have completely like lost all respect. And the reason why I say that, it's not even in a sense of like, oh yeah, like she could do her own thing, like as long as no one else is touching her, all that type of stuff. Cool. That's cool, right? But at the end of the day, right, especially in a biblical sense, your wife, in the word, it says you belong to her, she belongs to you, right? Y'all are for each other, right? You're not supposed to be for everybody else. You're not supposed to, like, not everyone is supposed to be able to see your wife explicitly, right? No one else is supposed to do that but you, and obviously, her mom whenever she saw her be born. Duh, it's obviously.
That's not really explicitly,
But
I
like,
see what you're saying. I see what you're
explicitly, it's only supposed to be for you, right? Because like, imagine, right, whenever you go, like your child goes to school, or anybody goes, like, or any of your friends, or whatever the case may be, imagine every single one of your friends being like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, your wife is bad, or da 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 da,
But
and
some
X,
dudes
Y, and
don't
Z,
care. Some
right?
dudes look at
Some
that
dudes
as
don't care, and that
a
but the reason
prize.
why I'm saying this, right, is that's disrespect. Because first of all, if your homie it can sit there and talk about your wife explicitly, then that's not your homie. Because that means if your wife offered to do something with him, then he'd probably do it. So you wouldn't want that man in your circle anyway. But you shouldn't be in that predicament anyway, because no one, like your wife, shouldn't be that easily accessible. Because at the end of the day, what makes her different from another OnlyFans model? They're easily accessible.
Okay.
Everybody can see.
What if a dude comes into the comments and they're like, well, my girlfriend's an OnlyFans model and she doesn't touch any other guys and she doesn't do anything. She just posts sexually explicit videos to make money and she makes more money than me and I'm a houseman. There's nothing wrong with it. She's not touching another. Why are you looking at me? I'm not the nigga that's.
This is why we say that God is still working on us. All right, like this is why, you know. But
situations. There is somebody in the world right now that says my girl doesn't have sex with any other guys, but she does post on OnlyFans because she makes a lot of money, and there's no point of her not taking that opportunity.
you just at the end, the point I was making is at the end of the day, there's no respect. Like it's
She respects her man though.
She may respect him, but nobody else respects him.
No point.
Like that's and
Yeah,
that's
I
the
know.
thing. That's the thing. And okay, that's cool. You can have nobody care about you. I mean, you can have like you don't care or whatever the case may be. That's for you. One, I think a lot of people are coping. They actually do care, but they just don't say it. That's also like my biggest thing, because I feel like a lot of people try to be too cool or whatever the case may be, and they actually do care about some things, and like they act like they don't care.
Yeah, so there's this epidemic. I'm gonna say this real quick, and then we're gonna pause the video. Y'all don't know we're gonna pause the video, but we're gonna pause the video because me and him have been drinking a gallon of water every single day, and I don't know if y'all are drinking a gallon of water. I keep shaking the table, but you have to use the bathroom every 10 minutes. Anyways, there's an epidemic of men that think that you're supposed to be nonchalant and you're not supposed to be like all for your woman or like boring and just be like macho and yeah, one word answers and stuff like that. Like you're not supposed to show your feelings. You're not supposed to be funny. You're not supposed to be goofy. You're just supposed to be macho man only.
Mm.
And going off of what he said with the basically saying that men are not like they care, but they're saying that they don't care. I personally think that it's not that they care or don't care. It's that they're scared.
Mm.
A lot of men realize that any woman can go out, leave, and go cheat, go find another man at any point in time.
Mm.
So when they have a certain woman that they feel like they don't want to lose, they'll do whatever the woman basically says. So if the woman's like, well, I have an OnlyFans and they've never had this beautiful woman like this or a body like this of a woman or even just a personality of a woman, they don't want to lose her. They'll do anything that she wants. And if that is allowing her to do OnlyFans, then sometimes they will.
All right, we're back. But also to bounce off of what he was saying is like, yeah, I feel like they're scared, but I feel like as a man, there's certain things that you do need to be macho in, and there's certain things that you don't need to be macho in. Because as a man, you have to like the one thing about men, right, is we value respect, right? At the end of the day, you can have standards as a man, right? And that's what makes you high value. And I'm not talking about that red pill, oh, I have a whole bunch of money and I can go date a whole bunch of girls. No, I think what makes you a really good man, especially in a biblical sense, is that you have boundaries that you don't allow your woman to pass. And then I'm not saying like you like have control over it, but if they overstep this boundary or whatever, then you let them know. If they don't respect you enough to like be like, hey, we can compensate, or hey, like let's have a conversation about this, and she's like, no, you're controlling me, right? Then no, you probably shouldn't be with that woman. Because a lot of people will tell me, oh yeah, you just want to be controlling X, Y, and Z. Well, no, because we can compensate, we can talk about it, we can be like, hey, I don't know if I really feel comfortable about this, like, and, you know, explain why you don't feel comfortable, explain, etc., right? And then build something for y'all to work through and work together. But if she's just like not having like any of that, then that's when you being disrespected as a man, because she doesn't care about anything that you're saying. She's saying you're controlling her, when in reality you're not controlling her. You just have certain things, right? Just like, for example, if she doesn't want you talking to a whole bunch of girls, right? That's perfectly okay. If she doesn't want you having girl best friends, that's perfectly okay. In my book, me and my wife, we don't do any of that. We don't, there's no girl best friends, no guy best friends. I don't even text other women unless she knows that I'm texting said person. Okay? Like, there's none of that. Right? That's our boundaries. Right? Now I definitely have, what's it called? Like, associates at work and stuff that I speak to, but when it comes to texting them outside of a work sense or anything like that, nope. Like, that's a no-no. So, and in hindsight for her too, right? It's like, okay, well, I don't want you talking to any guy. I mean, any guys. I don't want you talking to any girls, etc., or having any girl like best friends. That's a healthy boundary to have, because at the end of the day, like, it's just things can happen, right? If you're mad at your wife or she's mad at you, whatever the case may be, and you get into an environment whenever you, like, let's say you go to your guy best friend, you go to your girl best friend, you're explaining it, and this girl best friend or guy best friend actually likes you, they think that they have a chance or whatever, and then who knows, you may get a little tipsy, you may get a little this or whatever the case may be, and then something happens that you absolutely regret, and you actually didn't want to do that. It just so happened that that moment, the spite of the moment, that's what happened, right? So you have all of these boundaries to do those things, and then when it comes to respect, is like, the man is the leader of the relationship. Not saying that women are less than men, but the man is the leader of the relationship, because the man is supposed to take all the bullets.
Take lead.
That's all. Yeah, he takes all the bullets. He makes sure that the woman has nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, none of that, right? So with that, he gets the authority to be able to, you know, lead the relationship in right sense, you know, in biblical sense, obviously not in the controlling sense. So he has the ability to do that. And so what she gets out of that is she doesn't have to worry about anything. She doesn't have to worry about going outside to fight. She doesn't have to worry about, she's like, oh, I know my man's got it. I know this, and this, etc. Right? So, and then she pays him with respect. That's what men value. And he pays her with love. He pays her with hearing her emotionally, listening to her cry, not trying to fix all of her problems. Whenever she wants a shoulder to cry on, he's there for her to cry on. He's there to listen to her and all that type of stuff. He's there to make her feel safe. He's there to make her feel secure. And whenever she does need a problem solved, she knows, oh, I can go to my man. I know he'll solve it, and all that good stuff, right? That's his job for her, and that's loving her. It's like a giant circle that keeps going, right? In a biblical sense, if one stops, you keep going. The man keeps going. If the woman stops respecting the man, you got to keep going after marriage. Now, if it's before marriage, you can go ahead and leave. But if you're during marriage, God will honor that y'all are married, and he will step his foot in. But if you're not married, right, God doesn't put his foot in there because you haven't honored him in marriage yet. So, that's my personal opinion.
And just to put this out there, because I just learned this. So you know how it says there's only one good reason for divorce, and that's cheating. Well,
It's two. There's abuse too.
Yeah, well, abuse that as well. It says that as a man, you should never leave your wife if those two things never happen.
Yeah.
Like, never.
You never. You never.
And even if she leaves and goes and finds a man, you still gotta deal with it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, you're never like. Well, the thing is, people don't really realize is marriage is a covenant. It's not a contract. It's so if one person messes up, you have to uphold your side of the covenant, and that's what Jesus does. With Jesus is the perfect example of a covenant, right? He gave us the covenant. He forgives us for our sins, even though we mess up all the time, right? We mess up our part of the covenant, but he never messes up his part of the covenant, right? And that's what marriage is also supposed to be. Marriage is the representation of Jesus with his bride. That's what marriage is, and that's why whenever you go to heaven, you're not married anymore, because it's like perfect, and y'all's relationship is sealed in God's perfect way. But marriage is supposed to be a representation of God bride to us. So yeah, you're not supposed if it's not for those two reasons, you're not supposed to leave at all. You're supposed to work everything out.
Speaking of woman, I don't think you can see that.
What is it?
Nothing. And she said, I'm using my credit card. I said, girl math. She said, hold on. Wait. Wait, hold on.
So, if you guys don't know,
No.
we have an ongoing joke.
No.
Right? We have an ongoing
No.
joke.
We're not putting that on YouTube. Man. Chill.
Okay.
She watches our videos.
Oh, really?
Yes. She's the one.
Now he's exposing himself. He's exposing him. He's exposing himself.
Basically, I was like, she's buying something for her kid, and I was like, you should just buy the 2 things that he asked for. She's like, I'm already buying 3 presents. She was gonna buy something. She's like buying some yarn to crochet or something. And I was like, would you rather make your kid happy or yourself happy? And she's like, I'm using my credit card. I was like, girl math.
Girl math. No, literally.
Hey, what are we talking about?
But
no, we're not doing that. Are we stopped?
whenever you click space.
Oh. Nah, that was a funny cutoff though. Calling him a we're still broke. That's the dude that exposed him.
I'm gonna get personal with you.
Say hello to my little friend. Yes, we do. And I don't care.
I honestly, I don't.
You don't have Apple emojis.
Yeah, I don't even.
He's an Android user. Comment down below, Apple or Android.
Whatever.
There's just so much that this dude did that I forgot. So apparently when you take a lot of steroids and you're working out a lot, your testosterone is boosted crazy, obviously, so your sex hormones go out the roof. And this dude apparently spent $10,000 a day on pornographic videos.
Crazy.
Of videos of girls on like live. And like you can, I guess, send them money and they'll do the things that you want them to do in front of you on the camera. And then if you spend even more money, you get private sessions and stuff like that, apparently. Yeah. So I guess the dude before, the buff dude with this girl, the other buff dude with the camera, He's the one that made the first exposing video, and then this dude, I guess, had evidence of him. So with
Where did
I
they get
guess
these evidence?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's not hard to hack phones.
No, you're right, but like, was he able to get close enough, or like?
Not even that, bro. Like anybody that is a good enough hacker, why? How do you think like girls' Snapchat, were getting leaked? Remember how girls' entire Snapchat camera rolls are getting leaked, and we're like, how is this possible? Because either somebody logged into their account, hacked into their account, got some way into their account, and just showed everything. Because this is on Telegraph, which I guess he might have put it on Telegraph because Telegraph is a decrypted text chat where when you text certain things, it's supposed to be anonymous and it's supposed to be able to delete after, but somehow they got these. I'm not sure. This is him telling his wife this.
Huh?
Even that verbiage, you should try her out. What? Wait, what? Hold on, go back.
Nah, no. That
Is
was the craziest disrespect I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely not.
Wait, can you go back? Is it okay to go back? What did she say? Oh, what?
Oh,
I just wasn't paying attention to the right thing.
okay, hold on. I was just actually about to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from this perspective now that I've seen what this guy has been doing,
Mm-hmm.
I see why he talks to her like that. And this is what I mean, right? Because you talk about your girl like this, and your girl is so easily accessible, right? Guys like him are going to think that your girl is easily accessible. And the reason why they feel like they can talk to her any type of way, and the reason why they can do this is because, right? I want y'all to listen to me here. Just as before, whenever she was talking about how another man is fine, and that's not her type, but he's fine. This dude probably thinks she may say the same thing. She may be messing with him, or he may be messing with her, or whatever the case
I
may
don't know
be.
the information. I'm not sure if he did, if he didn't, but
But
I see what you're saying.
If he may be messing, like, I mean, no, what I'm saying is he like will flirt with her, or whatever the case may be, right? And then this guy, right, Larry will be like, oh, like, did you like that he was flirting with you? And then she's like, I mean,
First off, it's weird because
I-
how are you acting? Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see that?
How are
Yeah.
you acting defensive when you be letting others
That's
do
what
it?
I'm saying. And that
I guess he just didn't want it in his face.
that's
and on
exactly.
stream.
But see, and here's the thing that that Dimitri was bringing up earlier is the fact that people actually aren't okay with it.
Right.
They just deal with it because, like he said, they don't want to lose this woman that's beautiful, whatever the case may be. You can analyze all that type of stuff just by this video combined with our last video. You can literally see how he actually, if he wouldn't have slapped her. I mean, slapped him. I bet he wouldn't have slapped him if he didn't care. If he's saying all of these things about her and she's saying all these things and he's like, oh yeah, you know, she can do this, she can do that, or whatever the case may be, and then this guy does what he allows to happen in front of his face, he got too mad and he ended up slapping him. So he actually isn't okay with it.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that his point that was made, right? So and this is what I'm saying is, if your woman is like this, right, guys are going to think that it's okay to approach her. That's what's going to happen, right? If, for example, right, if my my wife, she's very closed off. She doesn't really talk to many people. Love her to death, but she's a very much of an introvert. But like since she is the way she is, guys don't think that she can be approached, right? For example, right, I had a friend that was that went to the club with her friends, right, and then she would her friends were very extroverted, very easily accessible, etc. Right? Not talking trash about them, but easily
Your
accessible.
mom's an AWG family.
Huh?
Your
Oh,
mom's
my
an
bad.
AWG.
They're easily accessible, whatever the case may be, right? But she was quiet. She was pretty. She was quiet. She like didn't talk much, whatever the case may be, right? Everyone, all of the guys approached her friends, and they didn't approach her. Why? Because she doesn't seem approachable. The reason, and that's guys are like that, right? Now there are, some exceptions to the rule where guys will, talk to the one that's not talking much, whatever, because those guys are smart, right? But the ones when guys see that a girl's not easily approachable or she's not easily accessible, they most of the time don't really talk to her because they know that they really can't get any attention or anything from her because they know they're like, oh, this girl like she's looking for like a man to date or whatever the case may be. She's not playing those games. Men like him will approach girls like her because the way that he sets it up as a man, she's very approachable. So he doesn't even think he's disrespecting her because everybody else does it.
Yeah, I mean, so our Pastor Abe said something at the last Young Adults, and he was basically saying how he had pointed out his wife, and he basically explained how he doesn't even get in an elevator with a woman by himself. And in my previous relationships, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a jealous type of guy. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't want my woman speaking or even breathing around another dude. But I had to get over that and understand that's obviously not realistic. And if I trust my woman, then I won't have to really think like that. But what Frederick is saying is that personally, the reason why I am a very type of, I would just say jealous, a very jealous,
I would say
type of protective, territorial person is because I know how men act. I know how women act. So it's like, if I'm seeing a certain behavior that I know, if you're doing something to another man that I would like you to do for me, I wouldn't like it. It just doesn't make any sense. And with him saying that that's how women find men, is being accessible, is dropping that handkerchief and having the men pick it up and being like, hey, what's your name? How you doing? Da 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 da. You make a conversation. How do you talk? How do you find any of your relationships? You have conversations. Now, of course, we're not just saying never to have conversations, but like he was saying with his wife Andrea, she is very self-preserved. She's not paying attention to all these guys and doing this and doing that. Like, she rather have friends that are women. We just are saying that would be a more presumable situation for a man, because they're saying, hey, these men like you. If you make yourself accessible, then you're going to be accessible. So, but it's a flip side too. Me personally, and I guess me and Pastor A, we're twins. if I'm in a relationship and a girl comes at me or a girl tries to talk to me, I'll scream. I scream, or I will very respectfully tell her. Like I was working. Me and him were working at this place called Tarbox and Brown in San Marcos. It's a restaurant / like country club thing, golf park, whatever. And I was in a relationship, and one of my coworkers had came up to me and was asking me because we had a new hire, like, "Hey, do you think the new hire is attractive?" I told her respectfully, I don't think that. I don't think I'm not able to answer that question because I respect my relationship. And they were kind of pushing me like you can't just say if you think she's attractive. And I was like, no, that's not respectful to my relationship. I'm like that. I'm completely and totally like, personally, if I'm not trying, like, if I have a woman, even if I don't have a woman, if I see you're in a relationship or you're looking for a relationship and I'm not, or whatever the case may be, personally, I don't care how your day was. I don't care what you did today. I don't care what you ate. I don't care how your dog is. It's not me being rude, but how do I respect your relationship more than you? That's not supposed to happen. How am I respecting your relationship more than me? When I'm working at Amazon, I hear, oh, I got a boyfriend with 3 kids. Okay. Have a good one. Like, we don't got to talk anymore. And yeah, women are going to say, well, we want to have conversation. We wanted this. We wanted that. It's like, go have conversation with other women. Y'all like to go speak with men because y'all get the men benefit. And I'm going to wrap this yapathon up with this situation that's going on. Like we were saying, Larry seems like the type of man where he might just be insecure. Like a lot of bodybuilders started bodybuilding because they were insecure about their body and started building the body because they wanted to look better or they wanted to be stronger, whatever the case may be. This man might just, and then he said he struggles with lust. He says he struggles with porn and spending money on girls. Now, I ain't never spent a dime on no type of online solicited sex. But, you know, he clearly has a problem. He clearly is saying, hey, I have a problem with lust. And now he has a wife and now he's being exposed for all of this cucketry and all of these things. He's clearly saying, hey, I have a problem. So we can't really get too mad at the man. But the stuff that he's doing is still weird. And the things that he needs is the Lord. And everybody needs the Lord. When you go and you have a respect for the Lord that is different, you look at the human being different, the man and the woman different. You're not lusting over the woman all the time. When you stop watching porn, every single time you look at a woman, you're not always lusting. You're actually thinking, maybe this woman is funny. Like, maybe this woman has a good personality, not just personality and personality, like an actual personality. A lot of the times I got into relationships way too fast because I like the girl. She has a good personality in my eyes. Cool, let's just date. I never really got to know her. What do you like? What do you like to do? What are your goals? What's going on? And to end it up, I just think, personally, a lot of people are getting into relationships way too fast. They're not seeing who these people are. Like, we don't know if this girl knew that he was a cuck before or it was in between the relationship and she already loved him. So little things like that, it's like, again, he's tripping. But we got to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he needs God. He still has the ability to change. And as much as we sit here and roast him and think it's funny, this is a problem for real.
Yeah, well, we want to thank you guys for watching the video. This one was a little bit of a longer one, but it's okay. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay aligned and stay blessed up. And we'll see you in the next one.
Cause I trust in you. You was there.